And it goes a little something like.
Welcome back. My name is Vidy for those who are new, and for those who are returning back. It's been a minute that I have done a story time. Already having two in my mind that I want to go ahead and express my story to a lot of viewers. And so today's video, I'm just gonna go ahead and share with you guys a story time. Years back when I had my first child, he was like less than a year old, pretty much a baby. And it's just about me, just the decisions I've made and regretted and learned from it, from those kinds of experience. And what was it like being stranded? So if you guys really into my story time, then keep on watching and please give it a thumbs up. And let me know what you like about my story times. Taking off my shoes here. I'm trying to get comfortable with this belly. But let me know what gets you really into my story times, you know, because I sometimes just can't think of any other story times, but I do. It's just it's one of those things that it just comes and goes and I have to say it. Okay, this is pissing me off. There you go. So yeah, we're getting attacked. So let's just get on with my story. This story time is how did I got stranded as a first time mom with a less than 1 year old baby. I was living in Tracy, California, and so I was living over there just because I had nowhere to go and I needed to get away from my hometown. My hometown is in South Lake Tahoe, California, but yeah, I moved away and moved over with my dad's side family for a while and see if I was able to see any potential future life in over there. But at the end of it, I didn't see myself being anywhere in that area. I ended up finding out I'm not that kind of girl to be in the Bay Area or in the city. I'm the kind of girl away from people in society. So I moved to the area now in Nevada. So because there's more, it's more comfortable for me. And I've been happy, been living here for a couple years now. But anyways, just a quick intro of what's happening on the story time. So the dad used to live over in Sacramento. So it was like an hour drive distance around there to go visit. We were not living together no more because we didn't have nowhere to go. We were living families from families and we just couldn't get accepted for an apartment, or we didn't have the good income source to be able to get accepted or have any history records of housing, nothing like that. And he followed the rules. The unit that I was in, it was too small for a couple. It was only meant for one person, and they didn't have any available for a couple studio, so we had no choice but to move out, as he did give me the notice, you know, to give us the chance to just find a place, which we didn't. I ended up moving with my aunt at that time, but other than that, after that I moved over there in Tracy. Let's just continue on like maybe a year or so. Because I was pregnant when I was like getting out of the studio, have nowhere to go. But eventually I moved to Tracy a couple years later, like maybe a year later either way. But anyways, yes, he lived in Sacramento, I lived in Tracy. We always see each other, we always visited, but the only reason I took time and effort to go see the dad, because one, we were still together in a relationship. Two, I was the only license and vehicle with me at the time, so I did a lot of driving back and forth. He can't drive, he doesn't have a license or an ID or anything like that to show proof or anything, which as of right now he's working on getting his license since he's finally gotten his papers together. And let's just hope he does get it now, because we all been waiting for this moment. But yes, that was it. One day my car was just kind of getting tired of driving the freeway, and I decided to ask my cousin, because she also had a vehicle for her birthday, but she doesn't have a license. She just never took the effort. I'm not trying to be any negative to her. I love her so much, but her lifestyle was never took the effort to really get a license. She's so comfortable with other rides, a bus ride, Uber ride, family rides, that kind of, or friends rides. Like, she's so comfortable with that, and I am not gonna attack her that oh, you should be driving, you're gonna regret it. It's just the choices they make, whatever makes them happy, which is okay with them, as long as they're safe, you know, because nothing is not safe when you're out in the road. So she has the car been parked there. She did mention it did work, because I forgot why I couldn't use my car for that one day. I think my car was kind of disabled a little bit. I mean, I was able to drive it, but at the same time it wasn't, like, I needed to get it fixed. I totally don't remember why. I think it was just the shocks were kind of really loose, and I was just tired that my car was gonna just fall apart. And so one day I was in Livermore, because I have family also in Livermore, and that's where the vehicle was. And so I went over and grabbed the keys. Her mom was working, my aunt, and so I didn't get to be able to discuss it with my aunt to see if that was okay as well. So not until the end of the night. So yeah, she let me take the car. I was gonna go visit the dad either way, and then I said I was gonna come back later on that day. It was just, luckily I did have some things already in the car. I did have my phone, but during the time I didn't really have a good service phone. I really had bad phone, like broken phones, used phones. I was doing that because I didn't have an income source as well. I was making like $500 a month. So that wasn't enough to be able to afford a new phone or anything like that. But I was able to I was also having just paying one line. I was able to afford that, at least pay my baby stuff, and paying the rent for me to stay in a room for cheap, you know. And so yeah, we decided to start heading off. I was heading off the 99 freeway. Yeah, that's the one I take. I normally take the 5 freeway, but this time I just take the 99 freeway because I'm so comfortable there. I always drive the 99 freeway than the 5. But lately at first I was driving the 99 freeway a lot then compared to the 5. And so I was just passing Stockton a little bit, and maybe a couple miles more that I started noticing that the car wasn't it wasn't accelerating no more. All I had is my under 1-year-old baby with me, with a couple things with me, with a phone that was gonna die pretty soon. I didn't have a charger for it in the vehicle. No, I did not. That was not a good one. And luckily I did have what the baby needs. I had everything, but I didn't have anything for what I needed, like money or phone emergency or anything like that. Besides, my phone was like maybe like 10%. Like, I was driving the speed limit, and it was, when I pressed the gas pedal, it was not letting it go back up. I was seeing it just slowly started to go down, the speed limit, and I was like, oh my gosh, I don't want to get stuck in the middle of the freeway then. So I took the next exit right away, as I couldn't even have no control to keep it going. It was just slowing down on its own fast. And because, you know, exits, they do a lot of turns, so it slowed down more faster that way on the turns. And I was barely able to make it on one of the shoulders on the turn exit. So, and I just parked on the side because I know I wasn't gonna make it up the rest of the hill and get to the town or city, wherever it's at. I ended up getting stuck right on the curb part where I just needed to at least get to the bridge part just to get into that city. And it wasn't safe for me to like walk there eventually because I had my baby, and it was just me walking on a freeway that wasn't safe still. So I was technically on the freeway still. I was just on the exit freeway, and I couldn't get over as there was nowhere to walk on the side. There was no room at all, and I just didn't know what to do. I mean, I saw there was a fast food restaurant that right there, like I was able to see it. And this was just in the morning, yes, still in the morning happening. I didn't know what to do. I just put on my emergency lights on for the car, kept the car on, try to find a charger for my phone because I saw my phone was like 5%, and I was starting to freak out because I didn't know who to contact who would be able to give me a ride, you know, because I was in the middle of like stuck either like from the next town that I'm comfortable with, like I was in Tracy or in Sacramento. I was right in the middle of that. So I was just like, yeah, I don't know anybody near Stockton or anything like that to give me a ride. As I was saying, yeah, I was trying to find a charger, trying to get what to do. All I could think of is my cousin that I was living with, sharing rooms, and I know she has a vehicle, or if anything, she would always have someone with her with a vehicle, and that's the only person that I knew that was available to give me a ride, who has experience in driving at least. And so the only way I was able to contact her was Snapchat, because that was the only way I would contact with her. I tried calling other people, wasn't answering, so I was freaking out because I had 5% still, and it was just counting down. The percentage was just going lower and lower and lower, at 3%, and then it was at 1% when I took the chance to, that was it. That was my last chance to ask for help, you know? So I sent her the message before the 1% died on my phone. Sent her the message, sent her the location. Hey, cuz I'm stuck here, the X is this, that. And it's like, I literally give good instructions of which exit was it, because you know, like, it's either I'm going to the north or south of that freeway of the 99, and you need to figure that out, you know? So I sent that to her, and then from then on my phone died, and I was like, I'm stuck here and I have nowhere to go, and I did not want to leave that vehicle at all. I did not want to, just the fact that I was scared for my baby. And I was just like, okay, well, at least he was happy that he was fed, changed, and all that, you know. I was stuck there for hours for the morning, and I had no one to contact. I just wished I was able to see a cop passing by and give him a hand, like, hey, I need help to get to the other side of the bridge, because I have no way to be able to walk there safely. No, I didn't see anybody to ask for help at all. I was just stuck for hours. I was getting bored. It was like the whole morning. I was stuck there till like afternoon, like at 12ish till 1. I was surprised to see someone pull up, and then I see my cousin come out, and I was so happy that she did got the message, because you know how Snapchat is, you know, you look at the message, but if you mess up by exiting and coming back, you lose the message. And so I was afraid of that. She didn't save the message, at least to go back on what I was saying, the instructions of where I was stuck. Luckily she did got it. She had a friend that gave her, I think it was a friend that gave her the ride to get me. So yeah, she was able to do that, and then so I had to leave the vehicle there, and my plan was to have her drop me off to my other cousin, the one that's the owner of the vehicle, but that didn't work out. She dropped me off on back to Tracy, which she had other things to take care of either way, so I wasn't able to get in contact with her to give me a ride to Livermore. So I was still carless because my vehicle was in Livermore where I got the car, and so I had no way to go get my car, or had no way to go get her car, as I was planning to go ahead and get her car, you know. And so I was really stressed about that, but I really am thankful that she did got my GPS instructions, and I was out of that area, and then at least I was like back to one, you know. But yeah, I got in touch with finally with my whole family, like letting the dad know I won't be able to get there now, because now I don't have a vehicle really, or how the situation was going down. So it wasn't fun, but at least I was out of dangerous area. Look at the fishes. But anyways, by the time it hit nighttime, I finally get my aunt to come to visit me. They end up picking me and my baby up to go ahead and help them. Where is her car? Because they rented the U-Haul, and to be able to haul their car home. And so I was able to at least to let them know where was it located, where was it stopped, and everything. And from then on, they were able to at least take me back to their home where my car was at, and so I can be able to take my car back in my possession and where I'm staying and stuff like that. My aunt really apologized to me about the situation, like it wasn't like not meant for this to happen. She didn't want me to take the car and this and that. Like, she just was apologizing to me, and like I wasn't like making it like it's their fault. I mean, it's my fault too, because I also made these choices on doing these decisions. Instead, I could have used my car instead. But no, No, not really. I did that. I made those choices and stuff like that, so I really like wasn't really asking for an apology, and I told her it was okay, and she even offered me gas money to be able to like just go home safely with that, because I did put gas money in her car, and I just said it was okay though. But I really appreciate my family at the end of it though, you know, because as much as you're stuck, you still at the end of it, there's nothing about like whose fault it is. It was just all about like this could have been better, and they were very positive about it though throughout this whole time. And so I really appreciate my aunt though for like not attacking me, and you know, because I mean there's a lot of friends or family that attack you because of this. Oh, you should have not done it, it's your fault, or you should have had this, or you should have done that. No, nothing was brought up out of you should have, because that's not a healthy way to do, you know, never is. And so I really appreciate that there was nothing negative about the situation, besides my safety. That was it. Like, it is what it is. But yeah, that's my life as what was it like being stranded in the freeway. So I really hope you guys enjoy this quick little story time. What was it like being stranded as a mom with a baby and stuck in the freeway in a disabled vehicle. At the end of it, that vehicle was disabled. She was able to get it fixed again, but that vehicle is only safe to drive in town only. It's not safe to drive out of town because it gets overheated and all that going on, and it damages it more. And I understand that because I went through another vehicle that was overheating. I know what it's like now having an overheated car because of that situation. But anyways, I'll be seeing you guys on a mom vlog or a next story time. And thank you guys for watching, and yeah, happy March month. I'm pretty sure this will be up by March, and I'll hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Peace.